Ho ho ho! Christmas is when tonight, tomorrow, yeah, Christmas Eve. Never mind. It's these days, today, tomorrow, whenever. So we have to dress up for the occasion. Um, so this is a note, a second, maybe final, on this book, The Bridge on the River Kwai by Pierre Boulle. A very interesting book, a fascinating character who became more famous as portrayed by Alec Guinness in one of the best films ever, in the top 10 actually, and a powerful drama at the core, conflict um, between duty. I'm already confused because it's not between duty and the passion. It's between two duties. It's duty for the country, for England, for Great Britain fighting the Japanese, and duty towards the task of doing a job properly, even if that's for the Japanese. So it's a paradox here somehow. I mentioned in the previous note that Colonel Nicholson, portrayed by Alec Guinness, decides to cooperate is maybe not the word, but I'm thinking to demonstrate, to prove to the Japanese how they do things in Britain. Perhaps in a way it was to demonstrate that we are better. We are your prisoners, and you try to crush us, because indeed there was a period at the beginning when they had to suffer a lot. And we know that during the war the Japanese have been very cruel. Many prisoners of war died in the camps and outside them. And in China they've been acting terribly. It's also true, referring to another book, The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle by Haruki Murakami, that others have been very violent and inhumane to the Japanese. There's a scene there, if I remember correctly, where they skin people alive, Japanese, skinned alive by their enemy at that point, the Russians. So in this camp, the attitude in the first place is of non-cooperation. Colonel Nicholson himself proves his stamina, his strength by being isolated and locked up, because he doesn't want to go along with the rules imposed by the Japanese. The Japanese do not respect the code of honor, and I'm thinking the Geneva Convention. They abuse their prisoners and treat them indifferently. I mean, they don't take into account rank, and they don't treat officers any better. And with that, they try and do something which works at times. There is another example. A study has been made in the Korean War. In the Korean War, the Americans had the highest rate for casualties among prisoners of war, because the study proved, because of the methods used by the communists, what we call today North Koreans. One thing they encouraged indeed was a sort of a rebellion, an annihilation of rules. the soldier, I remember this example, a soldier was told by a superior, colonel, an officer anyway, you shouldn't drink from there because it's not safe. What's that to you? I mean, here you're not telling me what to do. In the sense that this is a camp, you're not my superior anymore. And indeed, the man who disobeyed and would not listen to the advice, if it wasn't an order of his otherwise superior, died. And this breaking of structure, of rules, of a sense of order, was one factor which contributed to the death of so many prisoners of war. I'm thinking to have, though, another note on this.